Pet Food Experts is a simple name that allows us to focus on really exclusively pet food and treats. The original company name was actually Rumford Aquarium, which tells you what our focus was back then and how far we've come to change with the times. My family is fourth generation in the pet industry, and it's not common to be born into an industry or grow up in the crib in the industry, which is how I describe it. I guess I always assumed, as the oldest of 11 grandkids, it was going to be my duty to take over the business. And it was interesting, when it was just a pet store when I was a boy, it was very easy to be interested in going to the pet store, going to work with Dad or Grandpa, when you could be around live animals all day, every day. Yeah, very glorious beginnings. My first job was bagging birdseed in the back of our original pet store, which the birdseed was the easy part. It was the aquarium gravel, which left me looking like a miner at the end of the day after bagging aquarium gravel all day. That was really the challenge. A great advantage growing up in the business and starting from the ground up. A great way to learn the business, and also a great way to establish credibility and with the rest of the non-family members that eventually worked with me or for me. Our evolution now under my leadership has been with a real emphasis on diversity for our sake, for my sake, so I sleep better at night, not having all of our eggs in one basket, and also for the sake of our independents. They expect and really demand having diversity in their store, whatever the most innovative products are. They bring them to our attention many times. The hottest brands we've got have been brought to our attention by our independent retailers. And from there, it's my job to go try to attract those brands here into our portfolio and keep them happy. I still own 4 pet stores, independent pet stores in the Providence area, the original one included, which has been there since the late 60s. It looks a lot different than it did back then. It was a little shack. But having independent retail stores in the family still is a great way to stay in touch with not only our history, a way to honor my father and grandfather who were both still alive, and also a great advantage owning pet stores myself. I know exactly what it takes to put the key in the door in the morning, to deal with the staffing issues, to deal with distributors like ourselves and our competition. We get to do business with many of the same folks that we compete against. We understand the importance of dealing with pet parents. There's a lot of pressure when you're recommending foods for somebody for their pets. And our independent pet stores that we serve have that pressure every day. And anything we can do to help them make that easier, either by choosing the right brands or just making it easier to do business with us, allows them to focus on what's most important, is the frontline interaction with them and the pet parents. In the next 5 years, I think if Pet Food Experts can continue to focus on the things that got us here, which is probably my greatest challenge as the leader of the company, is remembering where we came from, staying true to our roots, but also trying to take that small family business mentality and scale it to as many states as we can. Our hope would be to serve every independent retailer in some way, shape, or form in the United States. Our motto is quite simply, when you win, we win, and it's been that motto since I took over the business, and it really is meant to be simple. So we understand it and never forget what it means, and our customers and vendors also understand that. I think they feel it when they do business with us. Regardless of what people's accents are or what sports teams they root for, we've really proven to ourselves that good business and good service can travel, at least in the United States anyway.